Asians than fucking Pakistanis. All right, it's the Indians and the Indians.
I'm talking about the whole range of racism, Othello.
Yeah. Well, are you specifically talking about like East Asians when you say like Asian American empowerment, or does that apply all over the board?
No, it doesn't apply. So I have a simple, what I call the Asian test. It's very simple. If you look like you could be on the receiving end of like that crude Asian joke or humor that I kind of mentioned about pulling eyes and making fun of the way Chinese people sound.
He said no.
Or saying pink tongue and all of that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
So there are 15 million Asians and 6 million Indians. 6 million South Asians, which include Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, countries like that. 6 million of those.
Night King, would you make fun of these Chinese people with your nigger chicken loving lips?
No, I wouldn't, you fucking gook, fucking Italian drag queen looking dumb bitch. So him, like Pepe here is like a narcissist, fake Italian, fake Mexican, fake Chinese person sometimes too. I just gave you a new character. Take it. I actually grew up in a community next to Asians and stuff like that. So there's a predominantly like Hmong population. As far as just like our Asian community where I'm at.
No, but he's asking where this.
Shut up, I'm answering. Shut up.
15 million out of 45 million blacks, 65 million Hispanics, and nearly 200 million whites.
Exactly. But see, so disproportionately, hold on. God damn. I can see like how they're scattered amongst like the population, right? And so when we talk about like specific type of Asians, that's why I specify, right? I asked you like, hey, which Asians are you talking about? And you actually specify like, East Asians and stuff
in
like that.
In the phenotypical sense, yes.
Yes.
Upon surface appearance.
So that disqualifies Indians, that disqualifies Western Asians.
Yeah, they have their own percentage, which is
they got their own percentage. Purple. So how about you relax, right? Because I know what I'm talking about. I grew up next to Laotians and Hmongs and Koreans and all that kind of stuff, and I'm an Asian arts practitioner, right? So I got.
So what do you believe in? All right. So what do you believe in? Sikhs? Oh.
That has nothing to do. That's a non sequitur. I'm gonna ignore you. So what I'm saying is, I learned like a long time ago, like as a little kid, like to have like a lot of respect for different communities and stuff like that. And I actually had a lot of Asian friends. So the people that you're talking about that made fun of them and shit like that, I used to beat they ass. I used to kick they fucking ass. We used to kill them on the playground. Not literally, but like beat they fucking ass.
I get it. No, I get it. No, I get it. No, it's cool.
Well, Grim, what you're talking about is more so like... Grim, what you're talking about is more so like stereotypes. You know what I mean? And you could lump it in there with racism, but that's stereotypes. Asians, spooky eyes, black people are like ghetto. That's more so stereotypes. I would say the racism that you find, I would say don't try and fight racism. Like, yeah, you can, but I would spend more time like.
Oh, I just asked because India is sick.
Hold on. I would more so try and fight the covert, subtle racism that you can find in Asian communities against other people. So I know for a fact that your parents and stuff, they're like, don't bring a black person up.
He said he beats them up.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. Give me a second. So I know that your parents and whatnot, they have subtle racism towards black people and people of different races, to where they say, don't bring a black person to this house. Don't date a black person. But doesn't that go on?
Yes, you're right. I think generally, but my parents are pretty cool, so
and
they weren't
that's
like that.
Actually like detrimental racism.
No. He's from a good place. But
right,
hold on.
Night King is not from a good place. He's a Sikh.
All right. I don't think he's gonna.
Who's a Sikh?
I think I need to remove him because.
No, sorry. You like to seek. I mean. Sorry, I mean like you like to seek. Sorry.
You know what? I need to set a standard for a certain level of English proficiency. Purple, you're blurting out too much. Hey, I want to say something to rest my case while I have you guys here.
Why, Grim? Are you a Sikh by any chance?
I'm not.
Not that hate. Not that hate.
Looking for Sikhs, yeah, hit him.
Bro,
Look,
go take the hallway.
Okay. Okay, so this is actually I wish Pepe could hear me. This is more for him, I think, than anyone. So I came to America when I was 4 in 1994, and I'm so thankful that I feel so lucky and fortunate that I got to grow up here in America because I grew up in this, great environment of such freedom. I've become the kind of person that I have, outspoken, bold, brave, and free thinking. Had I grown up, what is that the right? Had I lived in Korea all my life, I'm definitely sure that I wouldn't have turned out the way that I did. I would have been just another Korean guy among the crowd, nameless, just another nobody. But here I was able to develop this personality and attitude that's larger than life. And it's thanks to America, growing up here. So my point is that I developed this way because I grew up here, and I'm Asian. So it's possible for more Asians to also be like me. So the point is that the biggest reason why, the biggest thing you'll get out of growing up in America is being as free of a human being that any society the world has seen yet could offer.
And that's because of the law. There's only one thing that gives us that joy. It's the law. And when you break the law, you have to suffer the consequences. But in this country, there are no consequences for breaking the law anymore. You're released on an ankle monitor, and then you go commit the crime again on the train, and you go light some girl on fire, or slice her throat, or you kidnap some white kid and abuse him in your house for weeks on end. There's no consequences in this country. It's because of woke Democrat judges. I rest my case.
Please, one more thing, because I think Pepe wants to say something. One more thing, just last follow-up comment there is, for all those who were born and raised here or born here, well, lucky for you. You consider yourself lucky as hell. And for all of us, the rest of us who claw our way to, start a new life in America, good on you if you succeed.
You're a legend. Peter, you're a legend in life. Peter, you're a legend.
Okay, once we're all here, native born or immigrant, it's go time. It's competition. So the last words I would say is let the best man win.
Well, I would say this. There's a bunch of things. So I think even when it's mostly white people, we still make racist jokes. Like, you see how I was talking? I mean, Knight knows me. He knows I'm playing. I don't talk to him like that in a serious manner. But like, we all do kind of make fun of each other. That is like what men have always done. We make like race jokes towards each other, and that includes accents, and we just make fun of each other. It's like, I think, kind of normal. And whites do it amongst each other in terms of, whatever sub-ethnicity they are of European descent. And I would say it's kind of interesting because, like, I went to a Catholic school. Now my elementary Catholic school, that was one of the churches that had a Korean mass. It had masses in Korean. And so we had Korean nuns and stuff. You had a few Korean kids, but I mean, my experience is you said you're of Korean descent. Is Koreans are perhaps the most westernized in a weird way than all of the other Asians, and for whatever reason they don't see, you have little Korean towns, but it's like who hangs out there? It's like the old ladies and the old men from the old country, and that's like really all you see. The kids are the first generation are almost completely assimilated. Unlike where it can be a little bit different with the Chinese. Some of them do assimilate, but I would say often they're far more likely to remain in their little ethnic enclaves. And you would kind of see it. You saw it for a generation or two when it came to even the Vietnamese and Laotians and Cambodians and stuff, but. Yeah, it's weird. I don't really. Do you live in a place where there's even a Korean community? Or are you just one of the Koreans that, like the few that's sprinkled in amongst a bunch of other people?
Someone way earlier asked me, where in California am I from? I grew up in Santa Cruz as a kid. Mm-hmm. And then starting in middle school, sorry for huffing and puffing, I'm almost done with my workout. I moved to Monterey and did middle and high school there. But I'm over here in New York now. But anyway, where I grew up in Santa Cruz, Monterey area, they were nice areas. And
no, I've been there. I've been to them, yeah.
But there were Korean.
I knew you were Northern Cali. I knew it. I would have bet my bank account on it.
But I mean, I'm just curious though. So you didn't pick up like the whites and Mexicans making fun of each other quite a bit?
No. That didn't happen so much in the schools I went to. Okay. I grew up. I lived in a small town next to Monterey called Pacific Grove. Maybe.
Holy shit! Really?
Some of you guys may have heard of.
My brother and my brother, his wife and niece. That is so crazy. Brought it up.
It's a
he's
very
not
nice
say
area.
that, is he? Yeah, so they live in Pacific Grove.
Yeah, more people will know about Pebble Beach, which is next to that too.
Yeah.
But no, I had a pretty good. See, what I tell people is I only really started to face way more racism. In fact, almost like, well, I mean, I did get little pokes and prods when I was growing up as a kid, but barely anything compared to once I became an adult. Because, people aren't going to really pick on kids in a racist way. But once you're all grown up, you'll face more of it. And also, there are softer ways that I'm affected, like dating. Try being an Asian guy on a dating app. You won't fare very well.
Can I ask a question if you don't mind answering? How tall are you?
No.
I'm 5'6".
5'6". All right. Well, I mean,
I'm 5'6.5", but of course I'll round down.
But I would say that with Asians, I think that the biggest problem with them is that women in the West have like Western standards for like height and that kind of shit. Whereas, obviously the Asians are on average, a few inches shorter than us. And so Koreans are kind of an exception. They tend to be a little bit taller.
Yeah, I take after my mom. My mom's short.
But I mean, if you compare them, like I could only imagine if I moved to like American Samoa and trying to date there, all of it would be like, first of all, I'd have to find women that are taller than me, And it'd probably be rough.
Oh man, you're a handsome gentleman, man. Go downtown to Soho. You know what I mean? Get you a bag of cocaine. Get you a section.
Oh God,
I'm gonna flock to you.
A bag of cocaine in a section is nuts. Yo, why are you telling them that, Bello?
But are you saying that you're from Monterey and all that? That changes the game for me. Dude, honestly, were there any black people near you when you were growing up? Like what percent of your...
No, not in my school, but then you go to the next city over and it's Seaside. and then you'll have
seaside, get it in.
Yeah, but then also just culturally speaking, from what I know about that area around San Francisco, from a perspective of like the American dream and education, it is probably one of like top 2 or 3 most competitive areas in the country for that kind of stuff. So I'm starting to kind of follow just geographically and culturally, like what part of California you're from, and kind of some of the stuff you're saying and why it's making more sense to me personally.
And not bragging at all. It's like one of the best areas in California.
I'm aware. I went to University of Chicago, and we had a lot of kids. I hired a lot of kids from there, actually. So one other thing though, man, that you're kind of saying, like, you're giving your vision of like, this room, your YouTube channel, this and that. And I don't want to correct you because I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong.
I've heard it all, so go ahead.
Yeah, but there's some big factors that you're kind of missing, because to me, the way I'm framing what you're saying is, I think that you're not content with the power dynamics and the influence dynamics of Asian American men in this country.
No, actually, I said it earlier. It's not even that. I'm not disgruntled by the low representation of Asians in powerful positions. It's about the racism that Asians get. And I thought a solution to that, one of the solutions, is to have more Asians in powerful positions.
Sure. But wait. Look, black people, we get racism. Hispanic people get racism. What's so special about you? I'm confused.
Because the way we get made fun of, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I've as far back as I can remember, I always detested it, and I always was so enraged by it. It's going to be part of my material, part of my content. That was my natural reaction. Therefore, I believe that is the correct reaction to have.
Respectfully, I feel like to experience racism is to be American or to be foreign or to be not of the original people. It's not exclusive to you. And I don't want to be insensitive, but it just sounds like you're maybe hypersensitive, or you're trying to launch more of a public campaign on how it feels, which I can understand that. But
let me make one little distinction. So for Black Americans, they get made fun of, by being called the N-word and being called like, slummy and things like that. But it's all in the context of being in America. They don't. Whereas Asian people, they get made fun of for how Asians are in Asia. You see the distinction? African American.
No, that's not true.
Black American people. But generally though,
make fun of
from my
Asians
life
for having a
experience,
small penis.
We make fun of Africans by calling them African.
Okay, but you see what I mean, though. You understood what I meant.
Yeah.
I've hardly seen any Black Americans get made fun of, saying like, "Oh, look at you're like Kalahari Bushman click clack language."
Grim,
that's because you're not in that.
Right.
Grim.
I got called an African booty scratcher when I was a kid.
Yeah, so like the Black Americans will make fun of the Africans, and us white people will make fun of Black people, and we will compare them to Africans and monkeys and apes. And what I think is kind of different about the Asian racism is, at the end of the day, white people have a respect for Asians because they're hardworking, they tend to be intelligent, and there's no real bad
call. They say the other one, you fuck them the most when you date out.
Okay.
But when it comes to Black people, we criticize we do it in both the maybe like friendly ways. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Let me finish.
No. Let's
hey, you respect that white. That Black lady.
She hasn't spoken at all.
Let me finish my point.
Pepe is
she's trying to talk over the time.
fake white person.
No, shut the fuck up and let me finish my fucking point. But when it comes to Black people,
it's not even a real white.
It can be.
Stop it.
it can be like us just kind of making fun of something like, oh, they like chicken, nothing too bad. But then it can go in straight into
let's talk
us.
about the fact you're
Shut
not
up,
white.
you dumb bitch.
You're not white. Stop coping. You're
All
not
right, let me finish
white.
my fucking point, bitch. God damn.
Bitch, you're
We
more
don't
brown
care.
than
You're a
me.
fucking
You're
butt.
blacker than me.
Yeah, you can shut your black
blacker
ass
than
up.
You're a
me.
Wait,
fucking
come on,
butt,
guys.
bro. He's the
Whether
butt.
you agree
Shut up,
or
Jim.
not,
But can he land?
okay,
Yeah, I just wanna land.
let's let him. Right, let's let him finish, and then Vel can.
Because he clapping
share.
his dick suckers like a little bitch.
Yeah, go ahead and get those black booty cheeks pounded.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You're a fucking tapeworm.
Just let him in, y'all, and we gonna
Would have
pass
got
the ball
the
along.
shit smacked out of him, bro. You could finish, but just hurry up. We don't fight.
Okay, zip it, chimp. Now, all I'm trying to say is, but we will use the most belittling and like dehumanizing language to them, and then like when we end up doing it to black people, though, we can point out to how black people are doing all over the world. We literally compare them to monkeys and say how they're fucking stupid and they're born lesser than. Like, that is the difference, I think, between the racism blacks get and Asians get. Asians, we compare you to people from East Asia and go ching chong ha ha ha, like that kind of stuff. I get it. It's annoying, but
All right.
it's
What he's saying is that the racism.
All right, can I
is
go
not
now?
just-
Because I've been listening for a while, and I've been patiently waiting.
Go ahead, Queen.
Thank you. I've been listening for a while. And Grim, we absolutely do not need to change the aesthetic of America to look like you. That would be very depressing. I don't want to walk past men who are 5'4" every day. I don't.
Man. Well, thanks for confirming the room and our theory about black supremacy. Thank you very much, Val.
I'm not around the kids no more.
Oh, you see the trigger. You see how it's triggered?
Let that black queen speak. Let her
All right,
wait,
can I finish
all right,
speaking to Grim?
Yeah, let her have her say.
Okay, Grim. So absolutely not. I think you guys deserve your own enclave so that you guys can be our worker class. I do believe that you are our new worker supply class that we need.
Yeah,
to
they're
keep
already
this country
doing better
going.
than whites. What are you talking about?
I know that, but they have to work.
You don't want
They
to
have to
take
work.
it. You should get your own enclave
let's let her get
and
it
be a
out.
worker
Yeah,
They
class.
have to work to do that. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them spending the best years of their life slaving for the American system. Pepe,
Did you miss the? Okay.
what do you want? Go ahead. Did I miss what?
Did you miss the part when I said that because I grew up here for the majority of my life since I was 4 years old, I developed the personality that I have, the attitude that I have, the ambition, the worldview that I have. And had I grown up in Korea, I would definitely not have been the same person.
I mean, you probably would have been fried chicken. You probably would have been a half African American, half Korean mutt baby from the wars. It's a lot of different realities you could have landed in. We know that a lot of your Southern Korean women are easy licks, and unfortunately, a lot of Black American men have repopulated your population over there. So, I mean, I guess you missed that by a little bit of a slim shot. But Grim, I'm just from listening to you for the last hour, and I've been very patient. We absolutely don't need you here. I heard you try to pronounce a couple words and you couldn't really do it. It's really embarrassing because I heard you in another room talking about the Black American accent.
Okay, Vel. Okay, my answer, my response to you. Look, this is my response. It's real quick and simple. Is go ahead and try and stop us.
You're gonna stop yourself. You're Korean. You're Korean. Chinese people don't even like you like that.
We're not going to stop.
Like you're coping. Chinese people don't even see you as an equal. You're coping right now.
Wait, who's next? Because I want to get in here.
You are the lesser class of. Excuse me. Can I finish? You are the lesser class of Asians. Like Chinese people do not look at you as.
They're the higher class of Asians.
And the fact that.
Stupid? They look down. They're known for looking down on the Chinese.
Why are we listening to this mixed race?
Are the fucking Japanese.
Why are we listening to this mixed race?
Hold on. I got you back.
Grim,
I got you. This one of mine. Okay, so Vil, they are one of the higher echelon of Asians. He's from the Samsung culture, right? The Sony culture, right? The music, the K-pop, BTS culture, right?
I don't listen.
And so, hold on. Because a lot of them over there own the masters of the people that you grew up listening to, one being Michael Jackson, right? And that's
they still have our music.
Of course, but they got it. No matter how they got it, they got it.
They stole our fried chicken.
Hey, I want to. All right, here.
Cool. Okay. I just want to lay it out on the line right here where y'all sit.
That was a nice cold line of Asians.
She's harsh. Yeah. No, she's just a Black American woman. She's regular. All I'm saying is, hold on. All I'm saying is, where they sit, though, far as like the hierarchy of Asians, would be more closer to the top than the bottom. Especially him. You're South Korean, right?
They're at the top with the Japanese.
Don't marry their women. Hold on. We got to get specifications. Grim, you're from a South Korean culture, right?
I'll tell you like this.
He wouldn't be North Korean. Hello?
I didn't come from the country you can't leave from.
Oh, what you said? So hold on.
I didn't come from the country you can't leave from.
Hold on.
Wait, who came from where?
My Hapkido teacher and my Taekwondo teacher was also from that. So you're actually in the more middle line. Shit, man, you damn near.
Wait, so 19, are you foreign? Wait, 19, are you foreign born? Wait, King, because he said something else. Let's not forget what Vel said here, which was incredibly racist. She said she wants you South Koreans to live in an enclave and to be the worker class. She doesn't like you and she wants you to serve her and you have to live separately. She believes in Jim Crow laws and slavery servitude to serve her. You heard it. I heard it. And I didn't know black supremacy was a thing.
Those Thai lady boys look better than black women, though. That's the problem.
Let me tell you. Let me give y'all historical context.
That's just fucking pile of shit on my head. Now I need to.
You know how much of a brain you have to be to say some shit like that?
I got you. I'm gonna pass it right back.
This man just said lady boys are more attractive than women.
This has.
I said Thai lady boys are more attractive than black women.
You're still a shitter leg. You not know what that is?
Just chill, y'all. Come on.
Black women are built like linebackers. I don't need to be attracted to it.
Yeah, we got more solidness than you, Pepe.
Come on, y'all.
Pepe, you built like
Decorum.
White boys are frail. White boys are frail. That's why they don't get picked for sport.
Order in the court.
I got my final response. My final response to
Did you know that Grim is 5'4"?
Hold on.
He's 5'4". You're the
before the misogyny laws ended and shit like that, we actually were closer in culture, working together, right? Fighting together when it come to wars and all sorts of other shit. So that's why you can see what you mentioned, right? With the fried chicken recipe and all that shit. That shit was more than just
Black Americans still going over there.
Yeah, but in World War II, they didn't even
war.
In World War II, they didn't allow blacks to go to the front line and fight with the whites because their biggest fear for black. No, but this is widely known. And the reason why is because
we got a lot of confused ass much like
the reason why is because they were afraid that the white people, the white troops would end up shooting the blacks. That's actual fact.
That you would have never been.
Yeah, but we know this. It's well admitted.
You don't know it. You had to learn.
It's literally it's been fucking proven. What the fuck are you talking about? It's part of our history.
It's part of our history.
They never let black troops fight on the front line with white troops. The only black troops that could fight on the front line were by themselves. They were never allowed to go with white troops.
Pepe is the epitome of a tether.
Oh, by the way, they did.
Real tether.
By the way, yeah, but when it comes to Hispanics, Native Americans, and Asians, they fought on the first lines with whites.
And who did you fight with? Because your ass ain't you.
No, we're talking about the history of the United States when it came to the confusion. He's trying to say, like, No, because like we didn't always fight together. I mean, let's just be real.
Aren't you from Corsica?
No, I was born here.
Stop lying, nigga. You said you.
It was a troll. It was a troll.
Nigga.
No, it's not a troll. He's actually from there. We know Pepe.
No, I know
you was
Pepe.
born in Corsica. Why are you lying?
That I know.
I was literally born here.
People don't remember.
I don't even speak French. Like, what the fuck?
You're from Corsica, my dude.
Corsica speak French.
Lies.
Corsica.
Stop your fucking lies.
Hold on. Let Grim get in here because he did have a word.
This ain't true.
You like a light-skinned fucking woman with a tight haircut. What are you talking about?
I got this great speech I kind of put together in my mind. I don't know if it'll come out right, but if you'll allow me, maybe it'll be a few minutes. I don't know. Okay, so the first thing I would say to you, Vel, is we're not going to stop coming. We're going to keep trying to come. And for you to...
We need to
excited. Pepe's about to have a whole lot of lady boys coming.
Great again. Deport.
All right, so
deport them out.
Keep on coming.
For you to tell
lady
me
boys
that,
coming for your whole ass.
for you to tell me that me and my people should stop coming here and should go back, that actually causes the opposite of what you want. You know, by hearing that, I want to defy you even more. And let's see. Let me say one more thing. You know, I don't know how much you know about Korean history, but we are a proud people with a long, noble history, a history filled with royalty, nobility, kingdoms, kings, emperors.
You ain't come from none of that, though.
And fast forward to, I'm full-blooded Korean.
Doesn't mean you came from
Yeah, but bitch, you came from a bunch of nappy-haired ancestors that were literally chucking spears and going, and so by your own fucking people. That's what the fuck you were. That's the kind of royalty you come from. So shut the fuck up. You fucking nappy-headed half chimp, fucking hybrid. Shut the fuck up.
I know Grim can be a lady boy on Saturdays.
You trying to get it back?
I know y'all like lady
trying
boys
to get
and
it
shit.
back.
Oh yeah, Pepe loves his lady boys. That's why he's excited
trying to
for
stick up for the Asian dude, just so you could get some Asian boom boom.
All right,
but Grim,
hold on. You know I was back here loading up the rocket launcher, right? So let me let you know something. Those are only certain Asians and certain Koreans, right? There's some that's been decimated, like the Silla culture, right? Yeah, hold on, bro.
I don't give a shit about none of that.
Hold on. We can't look. We can't overlook because contextually,
them
right?
niggas wearing makeup and shit now. Nobody
some of this shit do matter. Yeah, the men too. That's true. And that's
they wear makeup. I don't want to hear about them. I don't give a fuck.
Hold on. But you in the room with them. So you got to hear
because we here to talk about black supremacy.
Yeah.
Not white, not Asian supremacy.
Hold on.
Yeah, but Asians are superior. Asians are superior to your black monkey ass. That's the problem.
Pepe, you
don't know is
from the mud dick eating. But look, Grim, how do you feel about? I'm almost done. But how do you feel about those Korean men dyeing their hair, painting their nails, putting on makeup?
Right, that's
real effeminate.
Absolute. Right.
Damn, I was trying to get to that.
Okay, but which group of men has the highest participation rate in the LGBTQ community? It is literally black males. They're overrepresented in the United States. Being black is gay. Black is gay.
They're overly recognized.
But can't even talk right.
Go ahead, girl. You want to
be blessed all, folks. Shut up.
Yeah, go ahead. Let this nappy-headed sister speak.
Yeah, because she talking shit to me, and I'm trying to take over.
Five, six, like think about this. Imagine if every man in this country was like 5'4", like.
You know, technically, every war is actually just a spear chucker war, and if we were to compare kingdoms and kings and nobility from large architecturally based cities to mud huts in the Senegal, what's important to know is that you have witnessed on this stage a female acting like a black supremacist. telling a Korean that he can have an enclave and that he'll have to serve her. Looks like we've done the science experiment. We've proven our hypothesis. Congratulations, Grim.
Who can't even get his message out fully and properly, but calling someone else below 70 IQ.
That's how short men are. They just start rambling. They just angry little people.
Right. And for Pepe, where Pepe? Oh, Pepe, you let a Jew cook you on stage about Iranian conflict.
Which one?
So, some little Jewish dude. That was like 3 weeks ago. That was.
I never got cooked. There was one Jew from Canada that likes to give his. He's a recent convert. He didn't cook.
He still cooked you. He still embarrassed you. He embarrassed you.
You gotta own it. You gotta fight back that way.
Like you had an IEP for a teacher. You sounded like you actually sound he sunned you. You look like
not really. It didn't happen.
Pepe look darker than me.
Zip it, chimp.
Pepe, you're darker than me.
I'm a quadroon.
Yes. Oh, now you quadroon.
Grim.
Well, you guys think like where does this white guy who has like a lot of these white qualities, but then he chimps out all the time and crashes out all the time? I inherited some of your guys' DNA. That's why.
Yo, Grim.
That's that kid, man.
So yeah, like I said, it's a little disingenuous, man, for you to trip over those stereotypes. Like I said, when you are respected, at the same time, if you find a black person dating an Asian person, right, the black family is not going to ostracize or kick out that family member just for bringing an Asian person around. But if you flip that, right, you find a lot of Asian people are leaving their families if they end up with a black man or a black woman and what. So at the same time, you're mad because you said, imagine an Asian person on a dating website. And so you're saying that now these westernized Asian women, these women, because of the racism, they see you guys as weak, as docile. And like I said, that's cultural because you guys are not on like the independent vibe. You guys think more as a unison. And so what I find, I see a lot of Asian men, they're turning into incels because they feel like the women don't want them, because in the Western world, the women, they want audacity. They want a leader. They want someone that's outspoken. You know what I mean? They want someone that's innovative, right? And so in the Asian culture, you don't really find that. Why? Because you guys are more so following the blueprint.
But I think that's partially true, though, because like what women want, and this is where I'm going to be realistic and compare the Asian men to white men. I won't compare them to blacks because that would be mean. But women do heavily.
They don't want you.
Wait.
You're saying. I just wanted to ask you a question. So you said Korean women have the best pussy. What about white women? White women aren't good enough for you anymore? Have they expired?
Yeah.
Are white women out of style?
I love white women.
Actually, yes, they have expired, and I don't really, I don't really respect white women. I think that like just because they were existing in the false reality that white men have created, and they were just tagging along, and they were more so buying.
So you blame white women because of white men? What?
You gotta shut the fuck up, John Kitover. Go ahead.
Hold on. And for so long, they weren't thinking for themselves. I don't know. I don't find them attractive anymore. I'm sorry. I don't find white women attractive.
Well, at least you can admit that you don't find them attractive.
I forget what I was going to say because that guy butted in.
Attack that.
But that guy butted in. But I was going to have a question. Who was saying what right before that?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's just move this conversation forward. Let's not go back to things Pepe can't even remember.
Like a primate, he can't help his fucking brain.
By accident, I gave him a.
But anyway, like I said, Bill, we're going to keep coming. and try. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to try and
we're breeding with wait.
I remember what I was going to say.
Nobody cares, Pepe. Shut up.
I remember what I was going to say is so that guy was saying how like Ardello was saying how there's all of these traits that like white Western men or Western men, I don't know what he was referring to, have that are different in comparison to Asians that women find attractive. But in reality, though, what women also find attractive is like when it comes to like marriage material, it's like stability, financial security. Of course, like if you want a woman that's not like retarded, but maybe she's educated herself, you're gonna care like okay, well, like how intelligent are you? What have you achieved academically? And of course, their income and all of that shit.
But Pepe,
you're going to have a level of stability, and I guess like you're going to have a lot of the things that make you suitable for marriage that they'll have in comparison to white men at a higher degree.
Pepe, it would be. Look, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't follow up with another addition to that list. So there are, among the Asian population, there are Chad-looking, masculine, good-looking, handsome Asian men. They're just not promoted. They're not shown in the media enough. And so we've been, for the longest time, we've been stuck with this stereotypical image of Asian men as being, weak. But
if I was to go to San Francisco, for example, or just the Bay Area in general, and look at and encounter every Asian male I saw, the amount of Asian males we would see from a Western white male's perspective that would have like an imposing, athletic, large.
You're rambling. They're all getting bred out. They're all getting bred out.
Yeah, all right.
They're not breeding with
shut
you.
your fucking
They're
whore
not
mouth.
breeding with you.
Okay, go get your chocolate cheeks clapped. Okay, cupcake.
They're not breeding with you.
You want some white icing on those black buns. You fucking homo.
Wait,
shut up.
But you want.
That's right. You like it. You down low, bro. That's all you are. Shut up.
Oh,
Can I highlight something?
But what I was going to say is, if you were to look at all of the Asians that you would encounter on any given day, the likelihood you would end up shut your fucking whore mouth. Go back to farting the cum bubbles out of your black ass. You fucking faggot. Shut up. You're going to hell, sodomite. Shut up.
You got to realize South Asians need protection against the sun. They can't get that with the pigs.
South Asians are dark.
Yes, they're dark, but they want to keep that darkness going. Breeding with a pork skin mutant like you would not.
Nobody's talking about I'm not talking about us mating with them. What the fuck are you talking about?
I want to highlight.
We're talking about that. We're talking about hold on. He made the claim. Shut up, you fucking pussy.
You're a queer.
He made it. Okay, so what Grim? I'm trying to get back to what Grim was saying. Because this is so we're getting derailed so much over these petty insults. Now,
it's not like a fucking.
When it comes to amazing. So when it comes to all right. So he can't stop himself. Now, when it comes to Asian males, as I was saying, Grim, like if you were to go around the San Francisco Bay Area and you were to encounter, and you were to like take a note on every Asian male you saw, you're going to encounter far more white people. Shut your fucking mouth. You're going to encounter far more white. Shut, dude. You're going to have to, Glenn. You're going to have to do something with this idiot. He's not letting the whole. You're not letting the conversation happen.
You seem hesitant to say it, so I said it for you.
Monkey chimp, shut up.
I was saying the vast majority of those Asian men are butt ugly, is what you were saying.
No. I didn't say no. I didn't say ugly. What I was gonna say, but no, shut the fuck up.
Voices. All of you have high-pitched voices.
Put a muzzle on this nigger.
But you all have high-pitched voices.
All right, dude, he's just trolling, Grim. Like I can't talk while he's talking. He's not even staying on topic. He's just fucking retarded.
That effeminate that you don't have.
Okay, we're talking about. Let me finish my point. You fucking low-life nigger. Shut the fuck up.
I got it wrong. I want to hear this. Okay, I want to hear this since I got it wrong. What is it?
Sure. So if you were to look at, for example, all of the Asians you encounter in the Bay Area and all of the whites, that you could probably count on, you make a very short list of the number of Asians you saw that would have like a big, athletic, imposing figure. but you would see men, even white men that don't work out. The same goes with black men, are roughly comparable in size, and you would see there is like on average there is this real difference between Asians and for example, sub-Saharan West Africans and whites, and so. And that is, and I think that's what holds. I think that is one of the selection biases that Western women have, and unfortunately even some Asian women. But it's not necessarily because of like the facial symmetry or the behavior, or because you guys aren't good enough. By most, if you're looking for somebody who's like marriage material, generally Asians are outbeat us whites.
But that's not why Asian women. That's not why Asian women go for whites. When you actually talk to them, because I actually get this from them, it's really because they think y'all are rich. They think you have. You're going to give them access to wealth and resources, and sometimes it's true. A lot of times it's not. But when it comes to looks, athletic ability, they're going for black.
Yeah, East Asians have higher incomes than us.
They have higher incomes, but their parents are telling them to marry other wealthy people. Their parents,
the highest money earners in the United States, on average, are fucking Asians. What are you talking about?
That doesn't mean anything.
No, but like even Southeast Asians, like the Vietnamese that did not used to do pretty well, they actually outperform white males today.
Hold on, Pepe. But that's
why you're being obtuse. Yes, Asian women like white men. We know that.
Yeah, we know that. And so, Pepe, what you're missing is none of that matters. So Grim, like, let's just say Grim makes $500,000 a year, right? But he's saying because of the stereotypes. And he's also blaming the racism, which I don't think that's there. He's saying that even his own women, right, are choosing the black and the white man over him.
Well, they overwhelmingly choose white men. I don't know that they choose black men.
No, they're going. No. Now
they are.
Now they're going black. They're going black, and they are noticing this. And you can, and even if you go to Instagram, right, and you see these black and Asian couples, you go into the comments.
He's shitting his pants.
The Asian men are doing the same thing that the white men used to do when they see black and white men. They're like, oh my God, mud shark. Oh, you're messing up the bloodline. They're turning into the incels.
Well, why shouldn't they be allowed to do that?
Look, I mean, do what you want. What I'm saying is you're missing this part. Is that the Asian?
Who are you to police them? That's not your daughter.
That's why I'm trying to improve the image of Asian.
Yes. The Asian woman in the West, and even now going into Asia, because they're choosing the white and the black man.
Well, no, first of all, I can look at the interracial marriage data, which doesn't show necessarily who's fucking, but the vast majority of interracial marriages. We can see who's marrying who, and the white women. The Asian women. I don't even know if it registers as 1% are marrying black men, but they are marrying white men.
So what about white
Asian women outnumber the Asian men?
That was true in the early 2000s, but now what you find?
But this came out like 2 months ago. The latest data on this. White women are actually now. This latest data shows that white women are actually the most race loyal.
All right.
No, they are not.
My question is,
the latest data shows that when it comes to marriage,
let Val.
Yeah, you just take over the stage, Pepe. So to the black men on the stage, right? And you only have one Asian in the room. He's quiet. Are y'all not embarrassed by how y'all act?
Yeah, you act like a bunch of niggers in front of an Asian. That's kind of ironic.
What are y'all over here talking about? No, they date us too. They date us too. Put us in the category. I just always like to sit back and listen to black men when they're trying to include themselves in another person's racial category so bad.
I think you missed the context.
I think the stats show very clearly that overwhelmingly Asian women are dating white men. They're not overwhelmingly.
No, I think the majority of them still date Asian. I think the majority is still Asian.
What are you arguing about over here? No, they date us too. They date us too.
I'm gonna tell you why
you missed the context.
There's Asian men that date black women.
You missed the context, man.
Okay, can I fucking finish, bro? but the numbers don't. It still doesn't add up.
You're missing the concept.
You know what? Let's wake something else up though.
It's not a fucking debate.
No, Bills, but I think we should wake something else up. There's one group of women that do worse. So if we flip the category, so men versus women, there's one group that is the most stigmatized and avoided when it comes to dating, and that is Black women. In fact, they have less prospects than at least
that's never been my reality. I think
that's fine, sister.
I don't know. Like y'all, I hear this. Like, hold on.
That's anecdotal as fuck.
I hear a lot of this rhetoric.
No, that the data has shown that. There's actually been several, and when it comes to the dating app companies,
just take a break.
They literally have been trying to come up with strategies in order to make the experiences better for Black women on there. It's more than real.
Listen, I heard you, and I know that's what the stats say, and it's usually Black women are least likely to date out. They just are.
No, they're least liked by everybody.
They're least likely to date out of their race.
No, white women are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
White women on average are fucking these other groups of men.
You guys are very race loyal. I'll give you that. You guys are very race loyal. White women barely out-edge. White women barely out-edge Black women.
You can't tell me what you can actually go to certain matter of fact.
The latest statistics show that.
Pepe, can you shut the fuck up for a second? Let somebody fucking talk.
Where you getting them stats?
If you go into the rules, you can literally see the dynamic of so many biracial fucking mutt kids from Black men and white women.
So what?
Like, it's a fucking epidemic in certain parts of the country.
It's an epidemic?
Yes. So this whole notion of white women are so race loyal. White women are not race loyal. What are you talking about?
From, look, it's motherfuckers that get out of jail and just go to a white woman and shit like that. Overwhelmingly, you can see it's like even with the interracial couples and shit like that, it's a Black man and a white woman. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, where I live at, it's like that. It's nothing but biracial.
To commit to that data and shit like that, you will have to actually know where them polls are at the vote. And I don't think people is just online searching for these polls and shit and saying hey, I'm a motherfucking goddamn, white woman dating a Black man. You don't see them doing all of that shit.
Okay, but this is also where the dating apps start to become very, they start to become very crucial because, of course, the people that I think Match.com now
took over. Dating apps.
Hold on.
You're a fucking loser on dating.
No,
apps.
you're stupid. You're stupid low IQ ape. Shut the fuck up.
You fucking swine.
You low IQ fucking monkey. Go back to wearing a bowl in your fucking lip and doing something useful like jerking off into a chimp's mouth and chucking a spear at I don't know, the chimp afterwards. I don't know. That's jerking off. This is low IQ chimp energy. Shut your low IQ baboon mouth.
You're jacking off.
You are a dirty.
You're exposing yourself. I don't give a fuck.
I know. Just shut the fuck up and let people talk.
You speak.
You like to, but you don't just disrupt me whenever I speak because that's what you do. You have nothing intelligent to say. But when it comes to these dating apps,
do you have a speech?
Okay, they do absolutely. They want everybody to see. You just don't shut up while I'm talking. That's all you can do because you can't say anything intelligent.
You whine like a little bitch,
and you are a little bitch, faggot. Now bend over and spread those chocolate cheeks.
Gay ass, you see, gay.
That's right. You want to eat Lay's by some white meat,
gay ass shit,
faggot. You got beef dart for fucking buttocks. That's what you have.
I know it's a lot of gay.
Shake that booty, nigga.
Y'all have to calm down. We're on Clubhouse.
Why y'all so gay? The fuck is that?
Yeah, you gay ass nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Grim, is this how the Asian community is? How y'all get down?
But no, they don't have niggas in their community. That's the fortunate part.
They do.
This is the Asian room. This is Grim's room.
Yeah, but then a bunch of niggas came in here and fucked it up, didn't they?
No.
Yeah, that's what. Everywhere you guys go, you fuck it up.
I've been in here listening very quietly for almost an hour before I spoke.
But when it comes to the dating apps, Match.com owns most of these apps now, like OkCupid, Tinder. All of these it's basically under one conglomerate. They have, and this has been released. They do have basically they get together, they try to find how can we make the app more positive for Black women. They do have this consistent problem with Latinos, whites, Asians, everybody not liking Black women. Yes, I'm sure there's a few that men like. Amazing.
Yeah, see
that is where they get discriminated against. And the reason why you can say that's not real life or that's not marriage, but that does show when people can see that nobody is looking. It doesn't matter as a Black woman. Doesn't matter as a Black woman.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get.
But let me finish. Let me finish.
What are you finishing?
Let me finish.
Shut the fuck up for a second.
Let me finish.
Damn, nigga.
No, let me finish, you dumb bitch. Let me finish.
Your fucking mic down.
No, I'm going to finish. I have one sentence to finish. All you have to do is shut the fuck up for one minute.
Dude got a husband. There's no way women.
When it comes to
this shit, he's the women in the relationship.
When it comes to shut you fucking okay, you queer Negro, shut the fuck up.
God.
So
that was weak.
Yeah, so when people are swiping, they think privately, and nobody can tell who they're attracted to, like on an app. They're not swiping on Black women. That's just a fact.
Wait, but Pepe.
Okay,
hold on, Bill. Watch this. How much on the national average of the population is actually on dating apps, right? And so the data that I got.
And how many Black women are on? It's not a lot.
Hold on. It's roughly 18 to 23%.
But it's a lot of losers that go outside on that app.
Yeah, but these are going to be obviously 18 to 23% when you adjust for only the single population is a pretty good chunk of the population.
No, it ain't. In comparison to like real world data, right?
18 to 23? Are you serious? That is a huge fucking sample size.
Most of them are men. Can you add that in there?
Yeah, a lot of them are men.
And yes, and they're trying, and they were seeing that men in general, okay, even your own men, this is the funny part, even Black men, okay, like white and Asian women and Hispanic women more than they like Black women. Every race of men likes other women besides Black women.
Okay,
that is a fucking fact.
Fucking talk now?
Yeah, that has something to do
you
with
keep saying the
it.
same shit. So let me say this, right? Never had that fucking problem. And this is why I believe a lot of those stats are screwed to the amount of Black women that are actually on these apps. I've never had a problem with an Asian, a white, Black, Hispanic man coming towards me and trying to date me or spend money on me or do whatever with me. Never had the problem.
Bullshit.
So
most of them people that's on them apps are white women.
And if I would have showed you when I went on Hinge, how many white men in my area wanted to date me, and I live in a very nice area, you'll be surprised, Pepe, because y'all push these stereotypes, and I think a lot of this stuff is to deter Black women from wanting to date out. You know, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird where y'all come from this place. But
yeah, because you guys end up at the end of the day, end up having nigger children at the end of the day. Whether they're half white, they're still Black.
A little fucking lady boy. Calm down. So when you look at the
linebacker Bill bitch. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh, my God.
See, Val, what you don't understand is these gentlemen are actually statisticians, and they're all just arguing and debating statistics. And I don't think you have actually done any statistical research like Dr. Pepe here, who is a bona fide and certified statistician. Thank you very little. I am complete.
Like, what the fuck? Anyways, most of these apps are dominated by men. So first off, men are not getting actual dates off these apps on average any fucking way.
What does that even mean, not getting dates on average? I'm very confused. What are you trying to say? What's your point? Are you offering different sample sizes? Are you a statistician? Do you have a point? Is this just personal?
Because they're looking at
these niggas are fucking lonely as shit. They're not getting no date. They like you. They're just like you in that fucking PTR looking lonely as shit.
It is a lot of women.
At night. That's what they look like.
It is a lot of women.
They look like Pepe.
Guess what?
Well, here we are all together, lonely on a conference call app. Val, are you projecting? You could be projecting, Val. Val, try to record yourself or listen to the replays and then think about yourself and say, was I projecting or was I statistically accurate? It's something to consider, Val.
Look, I was still Pepe, you looking for lady boys, you're weird. You liberal ass weird.
Hold on. Overwhelmingly, 8% out of that whole 18 are white. Hold on. Are white women
talking over this black nigger?
Are white women, right? And so those are huge because they bad and they ugly.
Don't fucking put your dentures back in, you
white
junkie.
women that don't get selected.
Kendall is
Talking to the inbred Scarface.
Night King is.
You're interracial data, right?
It's a raging alcohol.
Hold on.
Most men on these apps
You're
are not getting a date.
But guess what?
It doesn't matter if they get a date. The app is monitoring who they swipe right on. Okay, so whether or not they get dates, they swipe. They do not like to swipe on black women. That's what you don't like. You guys are the least desired women in the fucking country, and perhaps the world. That is the truth.
You just admitted that you like women, so who cares about your
This is stupid.
It depends on what Pepe likes men. Pepe likes boys.
Indians and the Arabs.
Pepe likes boys. It don't even matter what he's looking at on the dating. He just admitted he likes boys.
So cut it out.
Listen, this is Pepe at his finest. Let's be honest. See, what Pepe is saying is not controversial, and in fact, it's the consensus. But some people just don't like the truth because the truth hurts. And I didn't know black supremacy was a thing here on Clubhouse until I heard Val say that she thinks all Asians ought to live in a conclave. And in that conclave, they should be worker bees for her. Val is actually a black supremacist, and any man that swipes right on her on Hinge or Bumble will live to regret it. I am complete. Thank you all very little.
Constantly online every day. There's only one race of women that are online every day talking about how much dating sucks. Okay, and who was that? Who was that talking about how much dating sucks? It is literally black women. Asian women are on here bitching about we can't get men. This sucks. You don't see Hispanic women saying we can't get good men. This sucks. You don't see white women doing it. You know who you see? You see nappy-headed.
That's why he's spiraling.
Butch Dyke, square back built, linebacker built bitches. With their fucking glue-on weaves, talking about how they can't get any goddamn dates. They can't get a good man. We deserve a soft life. Where's my nigga at to come pay for me for being a loudmouth ghetto bitch? That's all you guys do.
No, you see him. He's chipping up.
No, well, I have to chimp out. I'm amongst a bunch of chimps, so I have to speak in your language. I have to chimp out. Yeah, I'm having to chimp out. I'm having a loud mic here. I'm having to do all of that shit because you guys are chipping out.
We're a little bitch. Go
you big baboon bitch. Shut the fuck up. You have nothing but a beef dartboard for a fucking butt. That's all you fucking got. You fucking faggot.
Oh, you